Say hey everyone, welcome into another edition of Say Hey Plays. My name is Jose Bouquett. Connor Mack will be joining me here shortly. Hope everyone's doing well. Good slate of baseball games going on. Shout out to our guys at Southtown 101 right now in home base. Dabby Cap, Nasty Nate, Big Show, all in San Antonio right now. And if you're a Texas-based capper, come on down to San Antonio this weekend. We got a lot of fun stuff going on. It's Southtown 101 hosting its first card show. And hopefully we get some good numbers there. It'll be a lot of fun, and it'll be tomorrow as well. So check out Southtown 101's Instagram for more information on the card show. But now joined by our guy, Connor Mack, here in the joint. We're here to talk baseball, here to cap baseball, and excited to get into it. Connor Mack, it's nice to see you.
I can't hear you.
Oh, well, that's not ideal. That is not an ideal start to this, but I think the chat can hear me, so we will see if Connor can here very soon. Shout out to the chat, as always, for being here, by the way. Perky Sanders is in here bright and early, 2 hours early, my guy. By the way, Perky, I asked Big Show to send you the link to the Discord directly, so let me know if that happened for you, my guy. La Niels, shout out to you. Rocco Rogers, Justin McElvey in here with his over 1.5 bases for Julio Rodriguez, his stack spot.
Give me a minute. You can't hear me, right?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay. I can't hear you, really, but if not, I'll roll from here. I'll just turn everything up if I can. Okay?
Cool. Sounds good. Connor Mack will be back with us here shortly. But let's start talking about these first game, and hopefully Connor Mack will interrupt us there. BJ in the chat with his best bet against the Mariners. It's not good for me. I'm obviously on the Orioles again, BJ. You know that. So I have a very, very poor ROI when I go up against BJ. So shout out to you, my guy. Everyone hopefully saw my plays on the chat, or not in the chat, on Twitter, I should say. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 plays in here already. BJ also dropping his preseason action as well for the NFL. Or I like Jimmy's look on that as well. So hopefully that works. Rocco Rogers, by the way, on the Mariners as well. So yes, BJ, I knew going into it that I was like, man, this is going to be a tough spot for him. But as Jimmy said earlier in the day, you have to bet it every day. You can't be too picky choosy about it. But I agree with you. I mean, 50-50 ticket split right now and only 12% on the money on the Orioles. So trust me. Yeah, I got it. And Earl Sports, he's on the fucking Mariners. Jesus, I'm going to get killed in that game. So that's going to be fun. At least it's in a later game. All right, let's go over these first games here. Connor Mack will be with us soon. Apologies, the graphics on the screen will not be updated. The odds won't be updated if they've dramatically moved from the morning because, as you guys know, Nate, Cab, and all them are in here. So hanging out with the fellas. And after this show, by the way, we're going to get some betting going on, some bowling. We're all going to play against each other in bowling, and it'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully I can take a game down. I suck dick at bowling. Only time I can bowl over 100 if there's bumpers. So I'm a big underdog, but I can't wait. It'll be a lot of fun, and obviously we'll be recording it, and we'll put it out there for the world to see. You guys can make fun of my shitty bowling skills as well. All right. Cleveland Guardians, Tampa Bay Rays in our first matchup here. Xavier Curry versus Aaron Savali here. And by the way, as I start this show, and I just now realize all my notes are in Southtown 101. So that's a good start here. We're rocking and rolling on Say Hey Plays. We're a little late as well because of traffic getting back home, because of course I forgot my charger at home, but we're still rocking and rolling. Xavier's last start was 5 innings at home against the Chicago White Sox. 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 Ks, no walks there. And good old Aaron Savali. Let's see what Aaron's been up to in his last start here. It was against the Tigers. It wasn't great. And when we kind of know what Aaron Savali is, home road splits wise, it's very interesting. His road ERA has gone down a little bit. Still a 3 compared to, or sorry, opposite actually. I was looking at this backwards. His road ERA now is a 2.13. Look at Savali. And I'm thinking actually of Zach Eflin is who I'm thinking of with the home road splits, is who I'm thinking of. I don't know why Eflin and Savali just mixed in my head there. I guess that's what happens when you go to the Rays. But Savali's last start was his first against the Tigers at the Rays, or with the Rays, I should say. 4 1/3, 9 hits, 3 earned runs, 4 Ks, no walks for him there. I'll be very interested to see how he bounces back. I guess is not is a kind of a harsh word because it was still a good start, but let's see how that Rays mantra affects him here. And I don't know why that graphic went away, but at minus 216, I mean, sheesh, I can't get there. That's kind of crazy. And by the way, Earl Sports, it's a good prop you've got there. It's good action there, Earl Sports. Odds for Jose to finish last in bowling, and Steve G likes that at 3-1. So I'll be very interested to see how that goes. Connor Mack, can you hear me?
Yeah, we're gonna have to go this way.
All right, well, we're going no rubber. This is interesting. This feels like we're young again, Connor.
Yeah, you're gonna have to talk up too.
Well, I can definitely hear myself a little bit as well.
I can hear you. It's just faint. I don't know what's going on here.
Wow. Well, I'm glad we're going raw dog here, Connor. What do you think about this game?
What are we on here?
Guardians Rays.
I like the under here. I don't love it. I don't love these pitchers. Curry's been pretty good, but I think he's gonna get hit. Down the stretch with the Rays. Watching them yesterday, last month really has not been good.
Yeah.
And I don't trust either of these teams. Guardians don't swing it well. One of my favorite under teams all year long. Maybe they can score some runs, but at 8.5 hits the under. And no way, right now, Tampa Bay Rays, I'm going to have a piece of Cleveland, around plus 170.
Yeah, I don't hate the bet. I don't hate the bet at all. I think at minus 216, it's a little aggressive for the Rays here. Market-wise, real quick, the market kind of agrees. 76% of the bets, but only 50% of the money on the Rays here. So you got bigger bets on the Guardians there. So shout out to them. So I like that look, Connor Mack. Let's move on to game number 2. And we've got the New York Yankees versus Jesus Luzardo. And I believe Randy Vasquez is now the confirmed. Oh, well, Ian Hamilton, actually. It seems like he's going to open the game. And then I'm going to go to RotoWire real quick and double check because I assume then it will be Mr. Randy Vasquez as a primary. And that is what they're listing at right now with confirmed lineups as well. So very interesting. Yankees fans were clamoring to give Randy Vasquez a chance here. I thought this line was pretty surprising, though, Connor. I bet you it's been quite a long time since the Miami Marlins were favored against the Yankees. And I could actually look that up and see it when the last time that was a thing. But I was pretty surprised here. I don't hate the value on the Yankees, honestly. This might be just one of those AL East against everyone kind of bets here, or I'll just take the AL East team over most every other team. I know Jesus Luzardo is one of my favorite pitchers. I believe in baby Jesus. But the Yankees, though they can't hit really anyone, they can hit lefties pretty well. Now, they only have full season, and I always find it interesting to see who gets lefties thrown at them more than all the other teams. The Yankees, oddly enough, only full season 841 plate appearances against lefties, and that would be the least amount of plate appearances against lefties. And obviously the next two teams with the least amount are the two best at hitting them, the Braves and the Rays. Well, the Rays not as much anymore, but the Rangers are number 2. But the Yankees, full season, 110 weighted runs created plus, which is still pretty good, but that just kind of shows that they really suck against righties. 5th best in the last since July 1st, I should be saying, 125. So I lean towards the Yankees, shockingly enough. I don't bet the Yankees very often. I don't think I'm going to here, but I would lean that way with the Yankees, even in a bullpen day. And their bullpen's arguably better than anything that their starters have to offer that's not named Garrett Cole. So 49% of the bets and 62% of the money on the Yankees as well here, Connor Mack. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Yankees bullpen hasn't, all year's been very good. Maybe a little bit lately been shaky. I don't buy them here. I mean, I'll take the Yankees. I don't buy the Marlins at this price, and I don't buy these teams scoring runs. There's only a couple 8.5s out there. I took it under 8.5 here. Angel Hernandez behind the plate. I don't trust these teams swinging it. Marlins look better, in some of their stats, it seems like. But I don't buy them scoring runs. I'm on the under here, and sidewise, it's Yankees or nothing.
Man, I think I'm going to add the Yankees, which is shocking enough. And right as I said that, I was going to say Yankees first half or first half. I was going to say first five. And then I see my favorite commenter, Barry Smith, drop Yankees first half in there. So shout out to my guy, Barry. I guess I'm going to have to join him. Yankees first five is going to be on my card. It's going to be very interesting to see what odds I get at our friends at Bet Online. And speaking of our friends at Bet Online, Connor Mack, I hope to see you also in the card tournament, the poker tournament we're running this next week. Can't wait. Live signups are on right now. It's going to be very fun. I'll be hosting the live stream as well. We'll be going from table to table. Connor, I'd love for you to jump on the live stream too if you're playing. It'll be fun to get your opinion on your table, how all that's going. You can sign up right now. Just go to the poker tournament or poker side of Bet Online. Pub Online would be pretty cool. Bet Online, and you just search up pub, and you'll find it right there. The password right on your screen, Pub Sports NFL. It is case sensitive, so capitalize the B, P, S, and NFL in there, and it starts at 8 p.m., $25 buy-in, and don't forget you get prizes as well for finishing high in those places. It'll be a lot of fun, and I can't wait. I always love commenting different sports, and this is what I'm doing again here today. So, all right, let's move on. Connor, Mack, Minnesota versus the Philadelphia Phillies. The game that I have been very, very, very conflicted on all day. I have sat here and I have thought, is this the day that we just lay the wood against Keuchel? Is this the day? Because in pretty classic fashion, I said as soon as I saw him starting for the Twins in this first game, I was like, well, he's going to pitch well in that first game. I know 100% he's going to pitch well. And, of course, that was the day my laptop was dead, so I fucking couldn't make the bets. And I liked the Twins that day, and he pitched phenomenally.
Yep.
But now, the second start is typically when I want to fade him. Feeling good about himself, like, damn, I'm back, blah, 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 blah. And I want to fade him here, Connor. I want, and of course, Minnesota facing a lefty too. They suck against lefties. This just feels like the most obvious layup of a play. 77% of the bets, 81% of the money on the Phillies. And weirdly enough, money's not on the over. 67% of the bets, but only 50% of the money on them. So bigger bets on the under. There's some people out here that think that Dallas Keuchel is going to pitch well. And if I'm going to take this game, it'd be like Phillies first five -1 to get like maybe plus 103, something like that.
Yeah, I'm going to turn you up.
But there goes Connor. Oh, so much for that. Yeah. Well, that's sad. But let me know in the chat what you guys think. Because, again, I've been back and forth. I want to take the Phillies here, but I just feels like something's wrong. And it feels like Dallas Keuchel might go out there and shove guys. So I don't know. I've just been a little worried here. Let's go to the chat, see what you guys think. Rocco said I'm about to add Phillies -1. Their bullpen is better too. Yeah, I mean, at least you're taking full game. I like that. I like that as well. The Twins are on the slide, as my guy Troy Torrance is saying fade Dallas. Man did not record 1 K in 5 innings. And you know what's interesting? Noah Syndergaard, in his first start against the Guardians, he didn't record a strikeout. And the next start, he got crushed. So, man, I'm gonna feel so dumb betting on the Phillies because I have not bet on the Phillies, like everyone knows, in such a fucking long time, and I've not had any faith in them. I've put my guard up, and they've quietly had one of the best records since June. I think they've like second best record in all of baseball. So I will. I think I'm going to move on the Phillies -1 here. So it's going to be very fun. By the way, our guy Perky Sanderson is saying he's staying off this game, but his Supermax Big Booty Latina bet of the century is the Houston Astros money line. Very, very funny. Troy, I am not on the Rays. I think that line is just way too big. Way too big. Rocco saying he's on a Trey and Bohm bases and home run. Someone's hitting this dude. And I've been on the Phillies the past 2 days. Castellanos, I'm hopping off that against Keuchel. Yeah, their shortstop has been hitting a lot better since he got his standing ovation, since the city of Philadelphia just kneeled before that loser. So, okay, very interesting here. I am going to move on the Yankees, and I'm going to move on the Phillies here as well. So I'm going to make those bets as we rock on here before I forget, and I need to do it. So Yankees, first 5 money line, plus 125 for me. Hold on, sorry, making this bet. Apologies. I know watching someone make your bets is not very fun, but here we are. And then I'm going to take the Phillies. And I would like to see, if I'm going to make this bet, I'd like to see the line movement, I guess, money line wise before I do, because I am, again, just very trepidatious here. Let's look at our friends. Okay, we'll just look at our friends at Bet Online to start off with. So this opened up, wow, this opened up at minus 160 for the Phillies. And it went from minus 160, minus 150 at 340 today. And then at 351, it dropped to minus 139, I should say. All right. Interesting. Well, Rocco, I like your looks. I'm going to stay off, I guess, Phillies. Whatever. The line moving because of Harper? Sure, I guess. I'm going to stay off, but I'll watch and I'll be in a tree usurper. I just can't make it a bet. Maybe it's me just fucking being pussy about the Phillies, because I have not bet this team and I do not trust this team. So you know what? This is a great time for a poll. Shout out to my girl Chocolatey Waterfall, who said she enjoyed the polls very much. Hopefully this is muted. Thank God it is. And I'm going to ask the poll right now. Should business? This is the wackiness you get of a solo show sometimes, as well. Should Jose move on Phillies first 5? Well, no, it'd be Phillies full game -1. Actually, is what I would bet. Yes or no? All right, the poll is up. I'll check it at the end of the show. And I will let you guys decide what I am on. The last time we did this, we cashed. So it's very interesting. Thomas, the pitchers for the Yankee is it is Ian Hamilton to start, and then it's going to be Randy Vasquez as a primary. And we'll see how many innings he goes. I assume the Yankees would love to get 3, 4, 5 innings from him, but from then we'll see. Next game on our slate, Oakland versus Washington. I really thought I was going to bet Paul Blackburn here. I thought I was going to move on the A's pretty comfortably, but I haven't. I have not at all. And Bet Online opened this at -102 for Oakland, and it's just kept on creeping up. Now +107 for the Oakland A's. That was red flag number 1. Red flag number 2, 75% of the bets and 83% of the money on the Nationals here, and the line has moved their way. So that is just completely got me off here, honestly. And everyone knows I like my guy Paul Blackburn. I've cashed on him first 5 plus a half many times this year. It is annoying when I bet him first 5 money line and first 5 plus a half, and of course the A's always end up drawing the first half, so I get that plus a half score, but not both, which is extremely frustrating. But he's been a machine. And he's been just a lot better bet as a bigger underdog when I can take that plus a half. So for that reason to start off with, I was kind of trepidatious. If you want to take plus a half, it'd be -150. So no thanks there. And at the end of the day, I just have to respect Yohan Adon, I get, because I mean he got crushed last year. He was our guy that was like 0 for like 12, and I think he did end up breaking that record for most innings pitched without a win in a season. But I respect him. I respect him enough because he's been in the majors before and he's coming back for a second opportunity at it. 6 innings, 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 home run, 7 Ks, no walks against the Cincinnati Reds at the Cincinnati Reds. Pretty impressive start there. And Paul Blackburn coming off of a very good start on his own. So maybe I lean first 5 under. And shout out to Eric Jones. He said under 9.5. Let's cash. So maybe he's talking about this game or maybe he's talking about another game. But I like the under in this game. I could definitely get to the under in this game, but I have nothing on this one. Like I said, I wanted to bet Paul Blackburn first 5 here, but I didn't want to, I guess, trust it. So moving on, and appreciate everyone in the chat as always. Banana and grapes, all you guys. Connor Mack should be back here shortly. Hopefully he's back here shortly, having some mic technical issues. So hopefully that gets resolved here shortly. Cincinnati Reds, Pittsburgh Pirates. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I think about these two teams now, I always think of Amir Garrett running into the Pirates dugout and wanting the smoke. Shout out to Amir Garrett. But I was shocked at this line, and I didn't bet it. I'm not going to bet it. But I was baffled to see our guy Andrew Abbott at such a low line. I fully expected him to be a bigger favorite here, and I understand his last 2 starts were poor against the Nationals, a team that hits lefties pretty well. 5 2/3, 9 hits, 6 earned runs, 5 walks, 3 Ks. That's not good. That's obviously the first indication of, whoa, that's weird. And then at the Cubs, another team that hits lefties pretty decently, 3 1/3, 5 hits, 4 earned runs there, 3 walks, 5 Ks there. So a little better. But I think he can bounce back. I really do. And the Pirates' offenses, there's nothing to really be scared about against lefties. Full season against lefties, Pittsburgh 22nd, 92 80 runs created plus. And since August 1st, whatever the month before. Apparently, I fuck up my months all the time, is what I'm realizing here. Since last month, 26 against lefties, 69 weighted runs created plus. I'd be pretty surprised if he gets touched up here. So maybe this is another under game here, because maybe the market's telling you that Johan Oviedo is going to pitch well here. And let's look at Oviedo's last few starts to get a good picture of him here. He's won the last 2 of them, I can tell you that. 7 innings shutout against Milwaukee. Milwaukee, a good squad, not the best hitting squad, but he's a righty, so it makes him a little more impressive. Detroit at home, 7 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run. The Padres, 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run. He got touched up by the Angels a little bit, 4 innings, 5 earned runs there. But the start before that was a 7-inning, 1 earned run performance against the Giants. So since last month on the 15th till today, till last start, I guess, the 6th, he's been kind of on a heater, and I respect Johan Oviedo's work. But I think that this team can get to him. The Reds, let's see if he's faced the Reds this year. He has not faced the Reds this year either. Let's go to the market as well to see what they have in store for us this game. 38% of the bets and 34% of the money on the Reds. Yeah, I guess I'm just wrong. I guess the Pirates are the side here, because I'm just pretty shocked to see it here. Let's see what the chat has to say here as well. Rocco, you're right about paying any juice at all for the A's is fucking tough. So no thanks there. By the way, Eric Jones is on the under in the Twins game. So shout out to my guy Eric Jones there, and shout out to Justin McElvey as well. That debate is as tale as old as time. So love you both there. Earl Sports liking the Pirates money line. Shout out to you, my guy Earl, whichever one, Nick or Tim, which one is you? But nice to see you. Rocco on Pirates, even money. God, he got it at even money. Wow. Yeah. Thomas Maggio. I don't know why I call you Mago. Minus 115 Pittsburgh. Interesting. Interesting. All right. I'll stay off. Just reading the chats. Troy also saying Pirates. Wine Time's also on the Pirates. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll stay off. It's seems like it's a Pirate spot then. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, let's move on to our next game here. Maybe you're right, Justin. Maybe I shouldn't respect Eric Jones for not paying you your money. Maybe I shouldn't. It's a good point, and you're a member, and he's not. So, your facts there, Justin. Your facts there. Let's just say, Eric, if you come to Palooza, I'm buying Justin a beer, and I'm not buying you a beer, my man. I still like you though. So, shout out to both of you there. Let's get to our friend Connor Mack picks back here. Hello, Connor.
Yo.
Can you hear me? How are you?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just faint, but let's rock it. I'm just gonna have to buy something new, I guess. It's fucked.
All right. Well, Connor, I'm glad we figured that out together. Did you have any thoughts on any of the games we covered? Those games being, if I need to pull it up for 1 second, sorry, we talked about Yankees Marlins together. We talked Twins Phillies as well. Do you have any A's Nationals takes?
No A's Nationals. I like to bet both those teams. But now they're playing each other. I don't want anything there. You talked about how Keuchel maybe pitched well. That numbers dropped the total because I want to fade him. But Twins don't hit lefties. Sanchez is all right. The guy still hasn't won a game, but he usually goes 4 or 5 innings. So as much as I kind of want to take the over and just screw everything off that it's dropped to 9, it's just a lean for me there. And but that's it. Reds right here. Have you gone through this?
Yeah, I just finished. Did you have anything here?
Yeah, I kind of like the Reds. It's moved a little bit their way. Pirates, finally, the bats came alive a little bit, against the Braves. But I'm off this as well. And I can't take the under. I think Abbott pitches better. He's got hit a little bit lately. But I'm off.
Okay, fair enough. All right, let's keep it rolling here, and thank you for your takes as always, Connor. I'm very conflicted on the Minnesota game as well.
What are you conflicted about?
I mean, I'm right there with everyone. I think Keuchel's going to get crushed, but the market's saying nah. It's the market's saying he's going to pitch well. So I was pretty surprised. I like Phillies -1. Rocco's on it, and I actually have a poll going right now, Connor, in the YouTube chat to decide if I'm going to bet it or not.
I take that. I take the Phillies. They're the huge price. So, yeah, you'd have to take a run line or the -1 like you use there. I don't trust Keuchel. Hey, he pitched well in the minors. He's come up. But we'll see. It'll be a lot of junk,
Hell yeah, it will be. Let's go to Chicago Cubs, Toronto Blue Jays. A very interesting matchup here. This is, I guess, one of the weird parts of the everyone playing everyone now schedule in Major League Baseball. It's like the Blue Jays and the Cubs playing. That just seems like weird teams. I don't know. But I just couldn't get there with the Cubs today. I was very interested in them, but a Cubs bullpen day isn't hitting the same as a Giants bullpen day. And Jose Barrios is much better at home. It just wasn't a spot that I felt comfortable in, Connor. Let's talk about the market real quick because the market loves these Cubs. 45% of the bets and 78% of the money on the Cubs here. Totals wise, real quick. Under. 79% of the bets and 85% of the money on the under in this game. And very interestingly, this I'm going to double check the total here because allegedly, I always take the action openers with a grain of salt, but this allegedly opened up at where did I lose it? An 8.5 and has gone to 9. And on the site that I'm using, because we are talking Cubs Blue Jays here, where are you? Show your damn face. Wow. Okay, so this opened up at 9.5 at places. Very interesting. You guys always have to check those openers that fucking Action's putting out there. Yeah, this opened up at 9.5 at a lot of places, and it's dropped down to the 9. So very interesting. I can see it because the Blue Jays are coming off of a series against the Guardians where they didn't score at all, not even a little bit. And I was on the unders in that series the whole time, which was great. But I first 5 under here, I wouldn't hate it, I guess, because maybe the Blue Jays offense just isn't there right now. So what do you think?
Yeah, can the Blue Jays hit fucking Assad here or any of these Cubs? I think they kind of do. You're just trusting them to bust out, but not at this number at all. Sidewise, I do like the Cubs a little bit. Jose, good old Jose's been good at home. Jose, 2.72 ERA, but the price is too big. I lean over here as well, but you just think the Jays are going to score some runs, and I think they can. And I think can the Cubs get a little? I don't love it, but strong lean to this over in this one. Also, look, you could go to the team totals. I kind of like the Cubs to score some runs, but I haven't moved on it.
All right, fair enough. I'm passing on this game as well. Shout out to everyone in the chat in here. Perky Sanderson's apparently had himself a day. So shout out to you, Perky. I hope you're well, and I'm glad that you're in the chat, my man. Glad you're in the pubs.
What happened?
Apparently got bitched out by someone. I don't know. A guy, apparently a member of Tony T's Picks, which is, I guess, a pretty fire name, Tony T. I don't know. I guess he got a little death threat towards him and cussed him out a little bit. So whatever, I don't know what happened, why he did that, Perky, but we still love you. So shout out to you, Perky. And Thomas, Bo Bichette is still out. I'll double check. That was just my assumption saying there, but yeah, he's still out, and Dijon still at shortstop there. Next,
Dijon,
Braves Mets. I find this series to be very interesting, just because it's the Mets and the Braves here, and this is kind of like little brother, big brother. The Braves just always find a way to one up the Mets. Last year was coming up on the division and beating them again. This year, the Mets have just kind of shit down their pants. I mean, I don't know, Connor. I can't trust my guy Charlie. 2 straight recorded losses for him, not ideal. It's late in the season now, so this is prime, like, you're not in the postseason yet, so the games really don't mean anything, and the Braves have already won, so it's kind of like it's kind of just mess season for Charlie right now. 4 1/3, 4 hits, 5 earned runs, 4 Ks, 4 walks. Against the Angels before that, 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs off 3 home runs there, 8 Ks, 3 walks. And then against the Red Sox on the 25th last month, 3 2/3, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 K, 5 walks there. It's been a lot of that in the last month or so for Mr. Charlie Morton. So shout out to Nuffle Allen, and I'm pretty sure Jimmy mentioned this as well. If I'm betting this game, I'm taking a Mets team total here. Maybe you can take a first 5 if you're feeling especially ballsy. But I don't want to get in front of the Braves offense at the end of the day. That's just kind of just every time we talk about betting against the Braves, that's the X factor here. The only time I want to bet against the Braves is when they're a -300 favorite, I guess. That's when they decide to lose games or at least cover run lines for the other squad. So nothing here for me, but I'm mildly interested in a first 5 team total or a team total in general.
Yeah, that's right. Look, I think there's runs in this game. Miguel, while he's been better at home, I think the Braves score at least 5 runs off him today. And Charlie, who's on a nice roll there, middle of the year, the last 4 games, seems like he's good for a 4 spot. So I don't mind the team totals like you were talking about there, but I just look over. I think we get some runs here. Mets starting to swing it a little bit better. So yeah, you can look at a couple props here. Francisco Alvarez. I'm thinking about taking his jack. It's right around plus 525. So I'm looking there, and I might be on this over.
Love that. Venezuelan catchers. Spread the news. Barry Smith is right. It would be hilarious if the Braves won today. Because let me tell you,
that bullpen's been getting hit. They've been taxed. They've been giving up some runs.
We've talked about this before as well. I refuse to believe that a spot with 99, 98% of the money will cash. The books aren't handing out free money, as we like to say. Again, shout out to my guy Elio Topset. He said that sounds like a sting when you hear that shit. And we have, of course, 98% of the money line bets on the Braves here. Or 98% of the money, I guess I should say. 81% of the bets on the Braves.
And it hasn't moved.
Yeah, so I take the Mets here, team total again, and maybe I'll add that. Let me check out what our guys at Bet Online have here, because again, just shocking. I don't believe in that shit. Like, there's no chance those things win. And I'm fading one here again tonight, and we'll talk about that in the last game of the card, like Jimmy said. But a first 5 team total over 2.5 at plus 125. It's pretty good. And a 3.5 minus 140 at Bet Online. I'm sure at our friends at Bovada, we can find a better one here, Connor Mack. Do you have an opinion on which one you'd like better, full game or first 5 team total?
No, because the Braves pen, Morton's still a decent pitcher. He could give up just a couple. And I haven't been able to trust the Mets much. It's the only thing. They have not been a consistent offense. But yeah, I go full game the way the Braves pens look. So good. They were so good the first few months. Just hasn't been the last few weeks. So I go full game, but I don't mind the first 5.
All right, I'm gonna write down that first 5 because, that team total, I should say. I'm only seeing 3.5, so it definitely doesn't seem like they want you to bet the 4. So 3.5 at minus 140 is seemingly what might happen here. So we'll talk about that at the end of the program. I might pass. That's a lot of juice, but we'll see. Detroit, Boston, our next slate. A play. I actually have money on this one already. First 5 under 4.5 minus 108 for me. Christopher Allen Sale back in my life. I'm very glad, even though I think this Red Sox team is done, but whatever. And Tariq Skubal, who has been a beast. He's just been out there shoving. Shout out to him. He hasn't had many starts this season, obviously. Let me double check and see, because I want to see at least how many innings he's thrown this year. Because, again, Jimmy talks about his home road splits, and it's minimal sample size. Only 27 innings pitched, so can't really take it. It's only been 2 starts. 2 of his 6 starts have been on the road, and he got crushed in both. So it's very interesting. His last start against the Rays, 5 1/3, 6 hits, 1 run, none of them earned. And then at the Marlins, 4 2/3, 6 hits, 4 runs. And his other road start was at the Royals, 4 innings, 8 hits, 7 earned runs there. The Red Sox are pretty average against lefties. Again, this is a very lefty-heavy lineup, so I tend to think that lefties do well against them. And I like Christopher Sale coming back here. He shoved in a minor league rehab. The Tigers aren't very good against lefties. If we see Christopher Sale for 4 innings, 5 innings max, I think here, and then I'll be fine with the bullpen for an inning or 2. The bullpen has been generally solid this year. So I don't hate a full game under, but I'm on a first 5 under 4.5 here.
Yeah, I don't trust Sale. Not right in this game. I don't want to take him. You talked about it the first couple. What do you go 2 innings and the other one he went 4, and he looked good. 7 strikeouts, no walks. But coming off that shoulder, I can't take it here, and I can't take the Red Sox at this number. This is Tigers for me. I'm looking at them. I haven't bet it yet, but I think they can get it done. I don't know about the total. The Tigers, the bats can go. But man, I'm definitely not on the under. That's for sure.
Oh, man, this fucking team, man. I just don't know what to do with this Red Sox team. I never know what to do with this Red Sox team right now. I've been just off the stench. I've just been very confused for a while. Let's talk about the market. It's Oh man, this line been dropping, huh? Let me double check on my odd sheet to see where the line is moving here because 76+% of the bets or of the money on the Red Sox, excuse me, and it's been dropping. It seems, yeah. This opened up at -163 for the
Yeah.
Boston Red Sox, and now it's at -130 here. And like I mentioned, 26% of the bets, but 74% of the money on the Red Sox, and it's been dropping like that. Oh, very interesting. Very interesting. So I pass. Sidewise, the mommy
Yeah.
sound 5 under.
They are a little bit public. Baseball is a little bit different. I mean, it's going that way, you know. It's dropping. So if you got the Tigers, you got to feel good. I still think there's some value with it at this price. You know, Tariq has been really good for me at times. He's been bad lately. He's looked good since he's been back. Little side note, people are talking the total. Our guy, what's his name? Joe Wolf behind the dish. Big time over. Here, 17-5 over. Them behind the dish.
Beautiful. Where do you get your umpire stats, by the way? I've been asked to ask people that.
I look at a few places. Swish. I look at StatFox. I look at a couple others. I think Covers has them too. Here's a few. Let's rip through them. Chicago, Toronto, Hoburg, another big 15-4 to the over there. Let's get these out of the way. Atlanta and the Mets. Baker's behind the plate. He's 14-4 to the over, big time over.
You say that was in the Mets game?
Yes, that we were just talking about that where we thought there could be runs. You like the team total?
Yeah.
With Baker, and not a ton of under guys. We'll get to Fairchild was the only one. I'm still waiting on a couple of the late games because I don't know who they're. And then of course the Dodger game we'll get to late, lads. Diaz, great under umpire. Oh, and Hernandez is in that Yankees game, so I'm
Angel?
on the under there. Yep, an old Angel.
What a fucking guy.
Yankees.
I wish I had the job security of Angel Hernandez and fucking what's his name. Because crazy. Laz Diaz. They just openly suck ass at their jobs and they just keep going.
Oh, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, they're not. What a union they've got. I think I'm officially going to move on Phillies -1 at +101 here. I'm looking at the poll right now. The poll, 64% of people said to move on the Phillies there. So shout out to you guys. I'm on Phillies -1 +101 now as well here as well. Let's go to the next game. And shout out to Troy Torrance for dropping his database stats on there as well. They're very, very informative, and I thank you for them as always, my guy. Angels Astros here. Complete stay off game for me here, Connor Mack. I'll tell you that. I didn't want to bet against a desperate Angels squad that needs to win these games against the Astros to have like any hope here. And I obviously think they're fucking cooked. And I like Reed Detmers. I think he's better than his 2-8 record indicates. But I'm not going to bet against the Astros here. They're third best against lefties since August 1st. Or I keep saying August, since last month. And I fucking, for some reason, cannot remember what last month was off the top of my head right now. But 131 weighted runs created plus since then, and that's a big sample size. Full season, they're 7th, 114. I'm not getting in the way of that at all. Market-wise, real quick before I pass it to you here, Connor Mack, 74% of the bets and 88% of the money on the Astros here, and totals-wise here. Wow, kind of surprising. 36% of the bets and 61% of the money on the under. What do you think?
Shout out to the chat. Hit the like button, as we say. It's all we ask for. Yeah, pretty interesting. This seems like Astros slam dunk, right? All the money on them, that yet they're taking it, and this number's dropping and dropping.
Yeah.
Because this just seems like Detmers on the road is horrible. Sometimes just a spot like this, he'll get ripped. But I don't know. Verlander now back here at home. He's been all right all year. I think it's going to take a few more starts. So, the Angels were interesting, but now at this price, I can't take it. If I jumped on it maybe a little bit earlier, but I don't trust this Angels team. I know they won a couple games before they, lost whatever 7 straight. They won the last couple versus the Giants, but I just can't take them here. And Detmer's on the road. So in the end, I'm off.
What do you think that the line movement steadily toward the Angels mean? Do you think that means it's
They're
more?
alive. This opened minus 200, right?
Yeah. Do
Right
you think
around
this
there.
is more of an over game, or does that mean Verlander's going to get touched up, or Reed Detmer shoves here?
Yeah, but we've been stuck at this 8.5 all day too.
Yeah, it's a tough one here. The Eric Jones likes the Astros in a 9-1 spot, and the over a 9-3 spot for the Angels there. Thomas likes the over. Maybe not, or maybe not for me. I guess I should say. I'm good here. So let's move on to the next game here. That's a tough game. It's gonna be a tough series to bet on. I will admit, because I think the Angels will be motivated as fuck to try to win those games. So Milwaukee, Chicago White Sox. The only redeeming quality of this game is the pitching matchup. Burns, Kopech. I don't know about you, Connor, but this screamed first 500 to me. I have not made this bet. I have not moved on it. I know Kopech has been up and down, to say the least, of his season. And again, I think about trading big prospects for players, and I'm like, man, I would always trade the prospects for the players. And that's literally only because of the Chris Sale trade that now looks great. But he's pitched well. 5 1/3, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, and 5 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned. So it's gotten a little better. The first 2 starts, I should say, were a back-to-back against Cleveland, and he pitched okay against both. And he has not seen the Brewers this year, so I give him an edge here to try to pitch well, Kopech, and I obviously think that Corbin Burns could dice up the White Sox here. So I definitely lean under. Market-wise for the total in this under, 50 ticket split, and 57% of the bets on the over. Very interesting. Connor, what do you think?
Yeah, I get it, but I don't trust these guys. Burns has been better, and I think you can't shut down the White Sox here. Brewers, 8 games over 500. I think this team is so mediocre. It's fucking disgusting. I think if they get the playoffs, they're not going to do anything. But big price for them. This was a quick, Kopech, he's looked better, but his last, couple starts, Cleveland, who's kind of pitched a ton against and owns, and the Guardians don't swing it well. And I think that start before was the Marlins. So he's looked a little bit better. He's always got guys on base. Fucking guy walked so many, that's stressful. And just, backing that guy. So, but I think there's a little value. White Sox are just a tough team to back. They did score a few runs, the other night against the Yankees. But Sox are nothing, a free bet.
Sox or nothing. Yeah, Thomas is right, and so are you about the walks. I think he leads the league in walks as well. So it's ugly.
Got it.
He's ugly business
right there.
46% of the bets, by the way, 83% of the money on the Brewers here. Pretty surprising. Pretty surprising. And by the way, Troy Torrance dropping some good knowledge in here, saying when 90+% of the money is on the home team and the home team line is less than minus 130, that home team is 2-8. 2-8. Very good notes there from our guy, Mr. Troy Torrance. Shout out to you, who you'll be seeing a lot more of very soon. Shout out to you, Troy Torrance. Cardinals Royals here, and I'm going to look at this line because I have not looked at it since the morning, and I hope it has gone in my guy Jimmy's way because he's fading Adam Wainwright here. And who wouldn't? It seems like that obvious play, right? Wow, it's only minus 128 now. A 2-cent move to the Cardinals. The Royals, I guess, are that untrustworthy, Connor? Are we betting the Royals against old-ass Adam Wainwright? The one thing I'm concerned about is, maybe this is abstract, but I always feel that the older pitchers like Cueto, Wainwright, Greinke, etc., they can always kind of, fool a younger lineup to me. They can just do that old man shit they do, mix it up. They've been around the block, et cetera, and they can always find a way to pitch well. Now, obviously, Adam Wainwright's washed up as fuck. He should have retired last year, but I guess he's wanted to be a selfish prick and just go off by himself. Who knows? But I just cannot back the Royals here. I'm too scared of the offense for the Cardinals, which means I should probably take a Royals team total, but I want nothing to do with this game, really. Money line market-wise here, 75% of the bets and 69% of the money on the Cardinals. People are saying, let's buy the Cardinals cheap here. All right. You guys have fun with that. Connor, what do you think?
No way here. But you look at the Royals, because I looked at it, their team total, you have to go to the 5.5 for me. I mean, if you don't mind, it's 4.5, whatever, right around minus 140, 145. But, they could give up some runs. I think there's runs in this game. But I think there's value here. Adam Wainwright, after seeing him again with Colorado, and he could go out and work his way. I think he's given up a couple runs, but I think there's value. This Royals team, the bats are starting to swing it a little bit. So I like them here at home, and I'd lean over. We just got a big number.
All right, over. Wow, 11. Sheesh. Yeah, I mean, a Royals bullpen day, and Zerpa is going to be in there as the primary for a couple of innings. We'll see. I mean, I still kind of scared or fears of betting lefties against the Cardinals, just because, again, we know what they did historically against them. This year, they're not as shit, but we'll see. All right, let's go to our next game here. Moving on from that shit game to kind of another shit game. The Diamondbacks have been horrible. I think since the All-Star break and the trade deadline, just bad. And they've fallen back down to earth. And they're one of the teams that I will not back in the second half of the season. They're not going to make the playoffs. And at one point, we were all like, pencil them in. They've got it. And they've fallen off so hard and so far that I just cannot get there. And on the other side, we have the most disappointing team in baseball, the Padres. I mean, I think the Mets are too, obviously, but the Padres, for me, are the most disappointing. And they're still trying to make the playoffs. And I still don't think that's going to work. Though I think Blake Snell has been very good this year. You could say he's the NL Cy Young leader. I wouldn't argue with you. I still don't want to back him here. Sure, he might go 5 shutout. But I don't trust the Padres offense to get runs off Ryan Nelson. We're saying that in the year of our Lord 2023, I think it is. Connor, could you imagine saying that preseason the Padres will struggle to score against Ryan Nelson? I can't get there. I just could not get myself to bet this game here either. You'll be shocked to hear this, Connor. 60% of the bets and 80% of the money on the Diamondbacks. People are fading Blake Snell here on the Diamondbacks. Totals-wise, about 50-50 money splits, as well as the tickets, 47% of the bets and 53% of the money on the over. So claim that as what you will. I passed this game wholeheartedly. I wanted nothing to do with it. I guess I lean Diamondbacks here, but nothing for me.
Yeah, I don't want to bet this game at all either. And Blake Snell's been really, really good. It doesn't matter home or road. He's been excellent. And I think he should shut down this Diamondbacks team unless all of a sudden they're going to break out. And they haven't never hit him. A couple of these guys have some homers, but the averages are ugly. And, maybe it's going to be another couple of weeks. I'm going to wait to see if the Diamondbacks can, turn it around a little bit, because I haven't made a bet on them in over a month before the break. And I can't do it here as much as they're a home dog. But I don't trust the Padres, this big number. You talked about it, Kenneth Nelson. Who knows? This one's ugly. Nothing.
Agreed. Nothing here as well. Maybe he's vulnerable, maybe he's not. I'm not going to pay to find out, basically. So, all right. Let's move on. Next game. A game I'm going to get fucking crushed in, apparently. I'm on the Orioles here. I've been on the Orioles every day since like Saturday or whatever. It's gone generally well. It's, I was very annoyed yesterday. I took them and I had first five, or no, I had full game and I had full game -1 for the last 2 days. And of course, I lose both of those bets. And then I don't make the -1 bet yesterday. And that, of course, wins. But the -1 would have actually pushed, which was okay, I guess. But I'm on them here again today. I bet them. Let me double check here. I bet them at +124. Earlier today, the ticket split was, I think, opposite of this, and maybe I was just drunk. I don't know, but 52% of the bets and 88% of the money on the Mariners. So not a spot I want to be in. Jimmy talked about it earlier today as well. They're flying across country. They had a game yesterday against the Astros. The Mariners are just sitting there waiting for them. This feels like a Mariner spot, but I am on my Orioles here to get the job done and get the win here. Connor, what do you think?
Yeah, this is one where you just think you keep riding the O's because everything's against, like you just mentioned, the flying back, or flying to Seattle. And the Mariners, what are they won? I don't know, the last 14 or 12-2. And I've been betting them, especially lately, finally coming through. The offenses got going a little bit. And you can see, I get it with the Orioles. You just get the value. But look at their team total. Obviously, I don't think there's a ton of runs in this game. I like the under a bit here at 8. There's a lot of 7.5s now. But it was like the one in Toronto. Their team total full games 3.5 at even money. So they're thinking they're going to be lagging and tired here. It's just, Castillo hasn't been, great. He's still got great stuff, but he's gotten hit a lot. Does he bounce back? Then that last start, he gave up 7, right?
At
Anaheim, 3 straight road starts,
yep.
too. Seems like a good spot for him. And it seems, cheap a little bit for the Orioles. Right now, this is just a wait for me.
And Dabby Cab and I have had this argument this whole year. I've said Luis Castillo is a little overrated, and I think he can be bet against. Honestly, I really do. If you just look at his spots, and maybe it's the Mariners' offense not scoring for him either, but he goes out there and gives up runs. And if I'm betting on a guy, guess what? I don't want to give up runs. So 6 innings, 10 hits, 7 earned runs last time out. 6 innings shutout against the Arizona Diamondbacks. 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs against the Minnesota Twins. He had a back-to-back against the Twins and pitched well in both starts as well. So
he's giving up the long ball. That's been his problem all year long.
100%.
Yeah.
If he gives up, Connor, let me say this: if he gives up 1, he's going to give up at least 2 to 3. Because his home runs, 3 home runs in his last appearance. He went back-to-back with none, then 2-2, none, 2-2, 1-2, and it goes then again for 3 zeros, a 3. So he gives up the long ball for sure. You're right about that.
Yeah, this is great, Seattle. They're just a little expensive. I mean, you're getting the tax here a tad bit. They're -140, 145, and it's moving their way. I get it.
Yeah, Ron Crawford's on the Seattle Mariners too. I'm the only fucking guy on the fucking Orioles here today, it seems. So when everyone's laughing it up, drinking champagne at the fucking Mariners party tonight, I'll be in the fucking gutter with the Orioles. So I hope you guys have fun there.
Yeah, I mean, if you really like the O's, maybe go the team total first 5 or them first 5 if you think they get to Castillo.
I'm moving on from this game. I do lean over, though, in this game. Real quick, market-wise, I think 7.5 is low, and an 8 is a good look there, Connor. I'm glad you got the under there, at least at 8. 25% of the bets on the over, but 57% of the money on the over. So something to keep an eye out there. Next game, Dodgers, Rockies. I got my hopes up, Connor. I really did get my hopes up. I tripled up with the game last night. Rockies money line, Rockies +1.5, and Freddie Freeman RBI. I thought I was going to get my nut in that 9th inning, Connor, because Fred Freeman came up, guy on second and third, Fucking, I think there was like 1 or 2 outs. I was like, beautiful. Just fly ball here, Freddie. Give me the RBI. The Dodgers will take the lead by 1. I'll cash 2 of my 3 bets. It'll be okay. And of course, Freddie gets walked. Muncy hits a sac fly or whatever the fuck happens. The Dodgers win 2-1, and I lose 2 out of 3 of my bets there. And I thought I was going to be in the money zone. And here we are again, another minus 300. And now I can list the last 3 minus 300s have gone off. The Pirates won against Spencer Strider. The Pirates win that one by 1 run. Another Pirates run against the Braves, against Max Fried. They lose by 1 run. The Rockies lose last night by 1 run. All of these were minus 300 fades. Only thing I'm taking here is the plus 1.5 with the Rockies. I have not moved on it, but it is shocking how every time these minus 300s come up against these teams, they're close ball games, if not outright wins. So I'm going to check the minus or plus 1.5 price right now, Connor. What do you think of Lance Lynn versus Austin Gomber here?
Lance Lynn, this big a favorite.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy to see.
No way. No way, no how. He's looked better, these couple starts for the Dodgers. Like, it's just kind of like, I don't know about yesterday. Is this low scoring again? Dodgers finally, after, I don't know what they were, 17-3. There was a few pushes to the over. Had a few unders here lately. 2-0, 2-1 game yesterday. It's just Gomber. What is Gomber's going to be good, or he's just going to get fucking shoved. It's just
one or the other.
Yeah, it's like he's going to go out and pitch 5, maybe 6, and probably give up 1, or he's just going to fucking give up 7 runs. So, but Rocky's first 5 cash yesterday. And I think with a guy like Lance Lynn, there's a little bit of value to take it again or take the half, first 5. And I probably will. Again.
I saw, I forgot who it was, but someone in the chat put Rocky's first 5 plus like 1.5 at like minus 120. And I was like, wow, what a fucking bet that is. 1.5 first 5. I know it's minus 120 or whatever it was, but still shocking. So the real issue here, and you could have said this yesterday with Ty Blatch or whatever the fuck that guy's name was, but the Dodgers against lefties are killers. And Gomber's coming off of 6 innings, 6 hits shutout against the Cardinals, 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs against the Padres, and another 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run, none of them earned against the Nationals here. So he's been pretty hot recently as well. And let me double check to see. He has not seen the Dodgers. So I'd love to hear what everyone in the chat says yesterday as well. I would love to hear what people say about the 1.5 here as well. Tim Earl on the Rockies money line. So I guess that's Nick with Earl Sports Bets. A shout out to you, Nick and Tim. Appreciate you both. Londo loves the over in this game. Sees a lot of runs in this. I could see that after a 2-1 ball game as well.
By the way, take Freddie Freeman again. You put it in the chat. I mean, just take his hits, take his RBI, take his jack. As long as you get over 4-1, you're good. So,
yeah,
the numbers are still too high for him. The way he's hitting the baseball on a lot of these props, it's just, leading the National League in hitting. Might win the MVP. So, and he's just off Gomber too. He hits lefties well, 4 for 7, a double and a homer. I think he sees him all right.
I just looked up Freddie Freeman's numbers against lefties, and it's funny. I chortled there because his numbers on both sides are ridiculous. But his numbers against lefties, his average is 355, 37 RBIs, 12 home runs there. But his average against righties is 341. Oh, God. Freddie Freeman is so fucking good. And by the way, Nufflush also mentioning, don't forget the ceremony tonight.
Yeah.
Fernando Valenzuela.
Night.
What I as a kid, I used to call Fernando Valenzuela all the time. His name was Fernando Valenzuela in my head forever. And Connor, I cannot express the disappointment I had when I found out that he was not from Venezuela. I was crushed, fucking devastated. But shout out to Fernando. Yeah, you know what? Not flush. You're right. I'm not going to move on the Rockies. Plus 1.5 here. I will move on Freddie Freeman RBI here as well. I think Fred owes me one from last night. So Fred Freeman RBI for me here as well. Rocco got it at plus 155, which I'll use for now, Rocco, while I look up the price for myself. So shout out to you, my guy, Rocco Rogers. All right. Last game on the slate, Connor. I want to hear your opinion to start because I am significantly invested in this game. I have the Giants money line and I have the first 5 over 4.5 minus 110. Dabby Cab obviously was the one that told me to bet the first 5 over in this game. No one will be surprised by that. But the reason this bet matters to me, Connor, is that I put this bet in twice, one for me and one for Nasty Nate. So this bet is very important to my evening, Connor Mack. So let me know what you think of this game.
Rangers, for the most part all year, have hit lefties. I don't mind it. And John Gray's just kind of gone back. He was just so good early on. And he probably gives up a few. So I don't mind the bet. As soon as you think, Scott Alexander, God. Giants pins are right, though. This one's tough. I think they can get over. And, totals too. I don't just take a bunch of overs there in San Francisco at night. More of an under guy there. So, yeah, good luck.
Yeah, I definitely put the Giants money line bet in as like a mini hedge for myself, I guess, because you're right. Giant Stadium just screams under every fucking time you're here. Like 8.5 for Giant Stadium is high. But we'll see. I mean, Ross Stripling is the.
And what do you have on the money from Action, real quick? Did you read?
Well, that's
total.
Great. That's professionalism right there, Connor. Because earlier today it was like a 99% spot.
So I thought,
earlier today was a 99% spot. However, somebody has come in and put their dick on the table, Connor, and bet the Giants gigantic. 18% of the bets, but 72% of the money on the Giants now.
Yeah, I'm interested on the Giants here as well. What'd you have the money on the total, though, from Action?
Total is 35% of the bets and 77% of the money on the over.
And it's at 8.5, just staying there.
Yeah, right. I'm fingers crossed in this game. I'd really like to cash these bets. It'd be very nice for our evening as well here. I don't know what to say. This is going to be a tough game, Connor. Do you have any final thoughts on this game real quick?
How about final thoughts from our Giant guy, Nutflush Allen?
Well, he says not to bet him until the lineups are locked in.
Yeah, we're waiting on that.
So
I agree.
It's going to be interesting. And yeah, let me refresh.
I want to wait too with them.
Well, we have Ross Stripling as the primary. So what could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong with Ross?
Yeah, Ross.
Ross, who wanted to be a starter very badly and is not a starter still.
He's been decent lately, but
I'll be interested to watch him work here. Nutflush, let us know. And by the way, ooh, what a great call out by Nutflush. I forgot this was happening. This is Bruce Bochy's return to San Francisco. I watched part of the Rangers game, it was a Giants broadcast, and they said because Bruce Bochy was coming back, et cetera, et cetera. So I was watching that, and they mentioned it on the broadcast. You're right. I think that San Francisco, whatever it's called now, Candlestick, as Barry's calling it in there, I think Candlestick Park is going to be rocking tonight, and they want to root for Bruce Bochy, blah 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 blah. And he's not one of those guys that takes 3 standing ovations during a series like Freddie Freeman did coming back from the Dodgers He'll just do his one hat tip and then move on with the day. So I think the crowd will especially be going today. So I'm excited for that bet now. Excited to watch that game. All right, Connor. Let's recap our action here. I'm sure I have several men waiting on me to go bowl.
Real quick, I'm frozen. Give me 1 sec.
Oh, do your thing. Connor Mack will return in a second. I will recap our plays. Appreciate everyone, as always, for dropping your knowledge in the chat. As always, let's recap here. All right. I have San Francisco Giants, Texas Rangers, first 5 over 4.5, minus 110, and the Giants moneyline minus 105. Talked about that. Detroit, Boston, first 5 under 4.5, minus 108, and Baltimore moneyline plus 124. Everyone knows how I feel about those bets right now, but those are the bets I have currently. I put those in before the show. Additions from the show. A New York state of mind, I guess, from me. Yankees first 5 money line plus 125, and Mets team total over 3.5. I'm eating the juice here. So by law and by Peter Loshak law, I guess, I have to play this clip.
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Huh?
Shout out to Pete Rose. Minus 140 for the 3.5 team total. And so those are my 2 New York bets. Philadelphia Phillies minus 1 plus 101. Connor Mack. This will be the first time in I couldn't tell you how long I've bet the Phillies. And here's the fun fact. I actually could tell you how long here. It has been since, and I'm sorry for this boredom here, but I would like to randomly check and see how long has it been since I've bet the Phillies, because it has been a fucking long ass time. I'll check that actually in a second, I guess. Fuck it. And then Fred Freeman RBI plus 150 for me is what I got. Connor, what do you want today?
Yeah, take Freddie Freeman. I'll have his jack as well. I think I get a plus 425. I told you I'm taking Alvarez homer as well. It's wild. I might put a few bucks on your guy, Miggy, the old man. One thing is he's got some jacks off sale, and he's in the lineup. He's plus 900. I might put a few bucks on his jack. Castellanos has been hot as well, lately, and has great numbers. So I look at him there. But yeah, let's get to the sides and totals. Cleveland, I'm on their first 5 plus 170 and the under 8.5. Yankees, Marlins, under 8.5 there. I'm waiting on the Tigers here game. I might take the first 5. But Mets, Braves, over 9.5. I'm taking the Rockies, first 5, plus 235. I might take the half as well. And I'm looking at that Giants. I might be on them. Just going to wait on everything in the next couple hours. First 5 there. That is it.
Beautiful. All right. By the way, this will be my first bet on the Phillies since May 2nd. I have not bet the Phillies in an extraordinary amount of time. So very, very interesting.
Well, you're not missing anything. So
I'm not. No, they're a bunch of fucking bums. I fucking can't stand them. I don't know why I don't like the Phillies either. Maybe it's just their shortstop. I don't know. But I can't stand the Phillies. Just not a team I bet on often, but I'm on them today. And if I lose today, I will be the most unhappy person in San Antonio, Texas. I can guarantee that. Again, I appreciate everyone in here as always. Though the record is not where we want it to be, I appreciate the guys that come day in and day out to watch the program. We still have time to chip away at it, so we're gonna keep on grinding, putting our nose to the grindstone and working here. Tomorrow morning it's gonna be a fun show. Me and Dabby Cab doing the show live together in person from Southtown 101. Very exciting. The card show will be going on as well inside of Southtown. So
is it today and tomorrow or Saturday, Sunday? What is it?
The card show is on Saturday.
Saturday.
So it'll be a lot of fun for those who are interested. I'm hoping to pick up a Red Sox card or two, Maybe I'll get is anyone interested in Masataka Yoshida rookie cards? Huh?
There you go.
Rafael Devers rookie card, maybe? Huh? Please? I don't know. Maybe. But it's going to be a lot of fun. Connor Mack, what are you up to in these next few days?
Nothing. Studying college football as the weekends get crazy for me. So that is it. Connor Mack picks, you know the deal.
Beautiful. That's beautiful and concise. Connor, do you have your actually I'll just ask you this. Have you put your future in for UTSA to win the American yet?
No.
Ugh. Connor, we're just the University of Texas at San Antonio is just trying to give out free money to those who will listen.
Well, good luck. I hope you win.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Starts with Houston, week 1.
They probably do win, but
they're probably like what? Minus 380 to win? Ha! Who knows?
I don't know. The conference, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd have to look it up.
Oh, by the way, Nutflush is saying that his wife and him will be at Commerce Casino for Chris Jansen, maybe Kenley's brother, Chris Jansen's concert. If anyone wants to come by, I will buy the beer. Shout out to my guy, Nutflush Allen. By the way, don't forget to support Nutflush's wife's teacher gift list as well. Helga also has a teacher gift list as well because school starts soon. So shout out to the children and shout out to the parents who have survived having the kids in the house during summer. Now you get to ship them off and you're back, baby. You've got free time. Hell yeah. More time to watch pub sports content and gamble.
The school started there, San Antonio?
It started for Helga. She's on some like charter school district, and her first day was yesterday. So very interesting. I had questions about starting the school week or starting the school year on a Thursday, but whatever. Fuck it.
Strange.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I agree 100% by that. All right. Well, thanks everyone for watching. I've got some bowling to go win. Connor, me, Nasty Nate, Cab, Big Show, Jeff are about to go bowl and see who wins. Put some money on it. Who's your money on?
All right.
Who do you think is going to win that?
Nate.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, I don't know. I think who knows? Maybe Jeff's a good bowler. I don't know. So you don't know until you ask one. I mean, bowling. Come on.
You said Nate first, so that was you're locked in. You put your money behind Nate, just like that. The plucky. I've got bulletin board material.
Where's he at, anyways?
Nasty
Dicking around?
Yeah, he's
in the bar.
I think so. I'm currently at home because I left my charger at home, so I had to run back. But yes, Nasty Nate was.
I don't know, Justin. That'd just be like Cab in the ping pong.
Yeah, I can't trust Cab in any athletic event that's not baseball ever again. Unfortunately, Cab is a baseball player. He's not an athlete. He's a baseball player. We know how that goes, guys. But we appreciate it. And I found a catcher for Dabby Cab, so maybe we can get these ABs going because that's obviously all Dab wants to do. He just wants to throw his 92 right by all of us. So
well, if we do it, I'd love to get in the box.
Man, I'd love to see it too. Connor, very quietly, the second best ping pong player with him and Jimmy just neck and neck, there.
I don't think so, man. I can't hit either. So.
You guys let him lull you to sleep. Connor's got the footwork. He'll give you a forearm from hell or a forehand from hell, guys. So shout out to everyone in here as well. By the way, shout out to our guy Oz B who is in the chat. Connor, Oz B, a bartender at Harris.
Oh, nice.
So shout out to Oz B. If you're ever at Harris, go ask for Oz, and hopefully he'll serve you a beverage.
We were there a bunch 2 years ago or even last year. That's where we were all in Vegas, 2021. And we did something else there last year. So if I go.
Yeah. Ask for Oz. Shout out to Oz B. Justin, Nutflush, my favorite commenter, Barry, Steve G, Thomas Mago, as I'm calling them now, apparently. Are all of our guys in here, Rocco, Eric Jones, who maybe you should pay Justin back. Maybe you should be a member too, Eric Jones. Londo, appreciate you guys. All Earl Sports Bet, even Tim.
Wait, but right before you go, have you gotten Cab a steak yet? So he quit.
No. Obviously, that's his favorite thing to remind me of every 20 minutes. Everyone knows that as well. So I have to leave here, go to Costco, grab the steak, and now I'm going to go to the bowling alley. Will we refrigerate the steak at the bowling alley? Probably not, but I'm going to give him the fucking steak, and he can suck my dick after that. The steak goes bad. Sorry.
Just give him a raw steak.
Yeah, just fucking give it to him. So, and we went to a steakhouse today as well. So he's not eating that steak today. So he got gorged. And by the way, Dabby Cab tried lamb. I watched him try lamb for the first time. It was quite the experience. Just spat it out. Just not a lamb guy. Not a lamb guy.
So. It's done right. It's good.
All right. Well, thank you guys as always, Justin. That bet is going to be paid right now. I've got a bunch of shit to go do now, unfortunately. Let's go watch some baseball and cash some tickets as well. Appreciate everyone. We'll be back here tomorrow morning. Say Hey Plays, me and Cab beside each other. Reminders to sign up. Poker tournament. Yes. Live right now. Sign up. August 16th, I'll be hosting the Cappers contest. Live right now. And, of course, the Survivor contest. My past self will remind you of all these things as well, but the Survivor contest, all you guys need to sign up as well. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys next time. Say hey to us on social media. I'll see you guys then.
Hey everyone, welcome into the Pub Sports Radio preview for the week. And let's start off with the three most important things. The Survivor contest, Cappers contest for 2023. Sign up today over at the Pub Sports Radio website, www.pubsportsradio.com. You guys sign up, $100 for each contest there, so $200 total. The poker tournament as well. Poker tournament's happening 3 times in August, the 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th. Sign up with our friends at Bet Online right now. $25 buy-in, whole lot of fun. And the winners get prizes as well. So shout out to Bet Online, our presenting host for that contest. Next, we have the Boxing Day Sharpie in the joints as well. The best damn MLB prop show in all the land. Pitcher props galore from Sharpie and all of his guests, including Connor Mack picks, the Spin Doc, LJ from H-Town, and the Pimp Slap Pod himself, Mike M. Next, Clint of the Die Hard MMA podcast has been red hot on the canvas this year so far. 3 shows a week, Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Monday, he does his regular podcast where he breaks down the entire card, makes some picks. Thursday, he has Total Takedown. Friday, of course, the Undefeated Weigh-In show where he blocks in the rest of his action. So shout out to our guy Clint on Thursday. Speaking of it, the Unmuted Mic with Dabby Cab and Dave Rogers. They also bring a variety of entertainment, including interviews with OnlyFans stars. This week, Rachel Pye joins the program, who illustrious OnlyFans star, and I'm sure Dave and Cab will get into a bunch of hijinks. Speaking of the aforementioned Dabby Cab, he's also on The Sesh with Dutch Boy Fresh, the true connoisseurs over there as well. They get into a variety of sports gambling topics as well as puffing that sweet, sweet Mary Jane while doing it. So shout out to The Sesh as well as our guys, Loshak and The Bag, Peter and Jimmy, reunited again on Tuesdays, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, and Betting with The Bag Wednesday through Friday, same times, breaking down every game on the card in great detail and doing it with some of the best cappers in the whole industry and the best damn chat in the damn game. We have the main event on Talking Hands, Danny Betts and Preston Ekdahl talking about the latest boxing card that's happening this week. Starting on Tuesday at 7:30, have Oscar Valdez versus Emmanuel Navarrete going this week. So check out their show for all the latest insights and opinions, as well as our guys, DFS by the Numbers, aka Brady, on the channel, Stat Diggers. They go through the card, him and Uncle Weezy, Sunday nights for a deep, in-depth breakdown of the UFC. And don't forget about your boy right here, Jose Bouquett, hosting Say Hey Plays Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern, Saturday and Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern, breaking down the entire baseball card in only the way we can, doing it with some laughs on the way there. So say hey to me there, and that's the schedule. Thank you guys for watching along. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button on this video that you're watching, and don't forget to subscribe for those updates, because you never know what might happen with the Cappers contest, which you can sign up with right now. Sign up for on the Pub Sports Radio website, www.pubsportsradio.com. Say hey guys, see you guys next time.